Teachers, let's be real. Lesson planning and grading take forever. If you feel like you're overwhelmed with paperwork, you're not alone. But what if I told you that ChatGPT could save you hours every week? Today, I'm sharing my favorite AI hacks that will make your lives easier and give you back your time. Quizzes, essential but time-consuming. Let me show you how to use ChatGPT to create engaging and varied quizzes in seconds. The key here isn't just asking for a quiz. You gotta tell the AI exactly what you want so it spits out a good assessment. Let's break down the process. In step 1, we want to be clear about the subject, the grade level, and the learning objectives. Don't just say a quiz on history, say create a 10-question quiz on the causes of the American Revolution for 8th grade history, aligned with state curriculum standards. So here, pro tip would be to add your state standards and allowing ChatGPT to know exactly what it's working with. In step 2, tell the AI exactly what types of questions you want and how many of each. This ensures a balanced assessment. For example, include 4 multiple choice, 3 true and false, and 3 short answer questions. And finally, in step number 3, don't forget to ask for an answer key. Okay, for deeper insight, you can request the AI to give you a brief explanation for each question. This can help you understand the AI's reasoning, and more importantly, it can help you double check if the AI answered the question correctly. So, for example, I might write, include an answer key and brief explanations for the short answer questions. Now let's put all 3 steps together. So my 3rd graders have just finished reading the book Number the Stars by Lewis Lowry, and I'd like to create a quick final assessment to check their understanding. So I might write something like this. Create a 10-question quiz on the book Number the Stars by Lewis Lowry, suitable for 3rd grade students. Include 5 multiple choice questions, 3 true and false questions, and 2 short answer questions. Focus on key events, characters, and themes in the story. Include an answer key and brief explanations for the short answer questions. Ensure the language and complexity are appropriate for 3rd graders. Let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. All right, perfect. Now I'm going to go back and double check these questions and answers, but now I basically have a quiz ready to go to check my students' assessment. But what if you want to differentiate for your diverse learners? You could iterate by saying, for the multiple choice questions, mark 2 questions as easy, 1 question as medium, and 1 as challenging. See how we're telling the AI exactly what kind of quiz we need, instead of letting it make up anything at once? This way, the quiz actually helps you teach what you want. With quizzes handled, let's move on to making your classroom discussions more dynamic and engaging. Instead of asking for questions, let's think like curriculum designers. We're going to give the AI context and direction. Here's how to craft a more effective prompt. In step 1, don't just say students. Instead, specify subject, grade level, and any relevant background. For example, act as a high school English teacher. Generate discussion questions for 11th grade students studying American literature. In step 2, give the AI any specific information about the topic and any limitations you want to impose. For example, generate 5 analytical discussion questions about the theme of social injustice in Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird. Focus on how the author uses symbolism to convey these themes. Now let's put the 2 steps together. We might write something like this. Act as a high school English teacher. Generate 5 analytical discussion questions about the theme of social injustice in Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird. Focus on how the author uses symbolism to convey these themes. Great. Now I've got 5 analytical discussion questions that I can use in my next class. Now, let's say that I want to focus on the ethical dilemmas faced by the characters in the story. I might iterate by saying, those are great. Now rephrase questions 3 and 4 to focus on the ethical choices of Atticus Finch and the jury. Notice how we're not just throwing a topic at the AI, we're giving it a role, a target audience, with specific instructions, leading to more targeted, useful results. This is about guiding the AI, not just letting it do all the work. Now that you've seen how to craft powerful discussion questions, let's move on to how to leverage AI to save you even more time with grading. Providing personalized feedback is crucial for student growth, but let's be honest, it can be a massive time sink. What if you could leverage AI to create targeted feedback, freeing up time for more impactful interactions? The key to AI-generated feedback is providing it detailed context and, more importantly, the student's work. Let's break down the process. For step 1, don't just say a student essay. Provide assignment details, learning objectives, and any specific areas you want to address. For example, provide feedback for an 8th grade student's persuasive essay on environmental conservation. The assignment focused on developing clear arguments and using supportive evidence. Step 2 is crucial. You need to paste the student's work directly into the prompt. This allows the AI to provide specific and relevant feedback. In step 3, tell the AI what kind of feedback you're looking for. Do you want to focus on strength or areas of improvement, or both? Do you want an encouraging tone, a more direct tone, or something in the middle? For example, focus on both strengths and areas for improvement using a supportive and encouraging tone. Now let's put everything together. So I might write something like this. Provide feedback for an 8th grade student's persuasive essay on environmental conservation. The assignment focused on developing clear arguments and using supportive evidence. Focus on both strengths and areas for improvement using a supportive and encouraging tone. So I've added a sample essay. Let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. Great, now I have some feedback to work with. Now, if I want to iterate a little bit, I can take a look at ChatGPT's suggestions here. One of his suggestions, number 2, is stronger evidence and facts. So I may want to give my student more information about where they can find those facts. So I can iterate by saying, add suggestions for specific websites or articles the student can use to find more supporting evidence. Now I'm also going to enable search here so that ChatGPT gives me the latest information. Perfect. So now not only did ChatGPT tell me where to find it, it also gave me the links. So I can click on the sources here and the links are going to pop up on the side, and I can copy and paste these to my student and I can ask them to start revising their work. In my next video, I'll show you how to use ChatGPT to personalize your lessons for every student. Don't miss it.